So if you're watching or following along trying to draw, one of the biggest tips I can give somebody that's starting out is try to work the whole entire piece all at one time. And what I mean by that is try to not just focus on the one area. Try to get your whole dinosaur or whole whatever you're drawing on the paper at the very beginning. Even if it's just a stick figure and blocks, and actually I prefer to use blocks and shapes if possible, just kind of narrow it down and then keep working from largest to smallest as far as details go. It's easier that way, it saves you a lot of time, especially if you start hyper focusing on one area and then you get super detailed and then you find out that your proportion was off and now you have to erase that. You're better off just getting block shapes down and getting the idea of where it's going to live first before you start going into detail. And that's one of the major things I see many beginner artists kind of screw up, or it was one of my things that I would do. I would like get super hyper detailed on something and find out I need to move that arm up or down, or let's say it's an eye or something on a face. So if you can, try to work on the placement of everything first by just roughly sketching it in, go with very light lines, and then build upon that and get darker and darker and darker and more permanent lines. Like in animation, they'll usually use a light blue or geometric shapes a lot of times. So they'll build up the character. Let's say you're drawing a Mickey Mouse or something. You're gonna block in where the figure is gonna be with circles and stick lines and just kind of get the motion down and the size and shape of the image before you start actually going through and putting in the permanent lines. And that's kind of, if you ever watch one of the, or look at one of those drawing books, they go step by step. Usually the first couple steps are the block in stage. So it is helpful, but it's easier to see it when you actually see somebody actually drawing it, why they would need it. And the more layers you put on, those beginning stages where the blocks are, they kind of blend in with the shading anyway. So if you go light enough and you're not heavy with the pencil, you're able to then blend it in, and you don't have to worry about when you go over with marker or whatever. Yeah, it'll all build upon each other to get to the final product. So it's worth doing. Yeah, that's the big tip. And hopefully if you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps. I'm trying to grow. And yeah, finish watching this. Thanks.